So very soon, in 2 days' time, or about a day and 2 hours, because it's kind of close to reset, we're gonna have this very special ancient summoning pool. And I will say, just to start off, these characters are broken. For this video, I'm gonna be focusing on Uredin, the new guy. The other two have been out for a little while. Pelagios has been out for about 2 weeks, I want to say. Very few people have them. Like 30 people have had reviews. Um, Good reviews, but I'm not sure what he does, and this is not the video for him. Cyrus, more people have Cyrus than they have Pelagios, a legendary lord, which is crazy. This is probably one of the best defenders, but once again, this is not the video for him. This video is about Uredin. So I have not reviewed Uredin's kit, but I have heard a little bit about him, and I know a little bit of what he does, and I just have to preface this by saying he is worth going for. You want to go for him. He is insane, he is great. I would highly recommend hopefully trying to pull him. I really want him, but I only have like 6 ancient shards, so that's highly unlikely. But anyways, let's just get into the kit. So first of all, he's a magic fighter. He has a lot of range. I assume this goes out by 1, but I'm not 100% sure. He's chaotic and he's a cultist. Cultist dual faction is good because if you don't have like Gone or something, it works with other lords. And most of us probably have Aeon from the fusion, which is pretty cool. He is multi-target attack, has extra range, and execution. This is the second execution character since Vierna. I love Vierna. She isn't the best. Now that I have Boreas, she's kind of obsolete in a way. But I do really like the execution mechanic. Super cool. Body both fear and justice. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, let's get into his kit now. His talent is after the ultimate is cast, basic attack will turn into Phantom Strike for 15 seconds. If the ultimate is cast, there's so much reading. Phantom Strike deals 150% AoE to at most 10 enemies. I love that it specifies. Most abilities do not specify AoE damage. But anyways, so after the ultimate is cast, basic attack turns into an AoE that does 150% AoE damage for 15 seconds. If the ultimate is cast when Potent Surge maxes out, which is Rage can continue to recover after reaching its cap, accumulating up to 2 times the cap. All Rage will be consumed when casting the ultimate. That's really interesting. So from what this makes sense to me is if you save your ultimate and you gain Rage on top of that, it gets stronger. If the ultimate is cast when Potent Surge maxes out, basic attack will turn into Soul Harvest for 15 seconds, which is deal 120% AoE damage 2 times at most to 10 enemies in the range of the ultimate. So basically, when he gets max stacks with his Potent Surge, which I assume is excess ultimate charge, so once it's full, any excess he gets will turn into Potent Surge, and when that gets maxed, he attacks twice, and it basically just does a lot more damage, but a little bit differently. It's pretty cool. I really like how his kit so far works together with a lot of different things and introduces new mechanics. Anyways, his basic attack is 100% AoE damage, skills up to 120, to up to 5 enemies, so that's really good. We love AoE attacks. I'm going to go over the ult after. And Phantom Rage, which we kind of went over. Did we? No, we didn't get there yet, sorry. Phantom Rage, a lower HP grants a higher Rage Regen auto, with a maximum increase of 9 when HP reaches 30%. So to those who don't know what Rage Regen auto is, I'm pretty sure that's how much rage he gains passively. So with no external things, that's how much he gains. He already has a base of 12, so he would get 21 with max this, and it would skill up to like a lot more. So that's insane. This is really good. He'll be getting rage a lot, and because we already saw that any excess rage is more damage, this works really well with his kit. And then his other passive, which is Arbiter of Death, when dealing damage using Soul Harvest, which is once you have the max rage cap thing, every basic attack turns into Soul Harvest. When dealing damage with it, there's a 20% chance to execute enemies, excluding elites and bosses, obviously, whose HP is below 25%, and it skills up to what is that? That's 45%, which is better than Vierna's, although it is RNG. It looks like oh wait, no, sorry. It scales up to 35%, which is the same as Vierna's when she's fully skilled. But this one is partially RNG, but there are a lot more attempts that you can have with it. But anyways, when receiving fatal damage during the effect of Phantom Strike, which once again is the normal ultimate thing. When receiving fatal damage during the effect of Phantom Strike and Soul Harvest, so both of these things, depending on when you use your ult, it doesn't matter with this skill. The hero enters Unyielding, which can be triggered one time per deployment. This is pretty good. Unyielding is always really good. If they're about to die, they prolong their death. Super cool. It's 5 seconds, but it can skill up to 7, which is pretty solid. And then he has 5 arena costs down. He does cost kind of a lot, but in arena he'll be 15, which is pretty cheap. But yeah, let's go to the Obliterating Blast Ultimate. Skill cost is 800 fully skilled, sorry. He starts at 600. 800 is very low, generally for these really high damaging units. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways, his ultimate attacks up to 10 enemies in a large range ahead, dealing 300% AoE damage and inflicting stun. Hopefully this guy can actually stun very well, because stun is a terrible debuff for most areas. And then when Potent Surge maxes out, which is this thing again, the excess, when it maxes out, he deals 800% AoE damage and inflicts stun, and then his basic attack hits twice. That's crazy. Damage at max Potent Surge goes up to 1,200% AoE damage. So I assume he hits it a lot, like he hits it once and it does 1,200% damage, which is crazy. And then he gets to do Soul Harvest, which is basically 240% AoE damage every attack, because it deals damage twice. And multi-hit is pretty useful for a lot of things. But anyways, also inflicts stun. That's pretty cool. So basically, he looks like, first of all, his design is sick. He looks really cool. Basically, he's a multi-attacker, and his kit works really well. He gains a lot of rage, especially at a lower HP, and then he has passives that work with his ultimate, and then his ultimate gets stronger and makes his basic attack stronger, and then it all leads into this really big nuking attack that destroys everything in sight. It looks really good. His cost is a bit high, a little, but it's not too bad. Normal fighter stuff. He looks really good, like surprisingly good. His kit is so much to read, it's insane. Let's go over his awakenings before I end the video. A buffed passive A1, which, by the way, none of us will get this. We'll be lucky to even have him, but this is just interesting to go over. During the effect of Unyielding, granted by Arbiter of Death, increases attack speed by 200, and when it ends, he restores 50% HP. 50% HP part reminds me of Baron a little bit. It's really good. This looks like it would be pretty good. Attack speed, obviously always nice to have. Restoring HP so he can keep on going. It's pretty nice. Unfortunately, the Unyielding is on one time per deployment instead of on the timer, but it's fine. That looks pretty good. Crit damage boost. This is not a bad crit damage boost, but it's kind of a lame awakening. And then on his ultimate, when Potent Surge maxes out, damage of Obliterating Blast, which is pretty sure Obliterating Blast is, oh, it's the entire ult. Never mind, sorry. When his thing is maxed out, it ignores magic resistance, which is really good because it's magic damage. So if you have that, you'll tear through magic mobs pretty easily. He gets penetration. I don't know how penetration scales, but it's kind of a lame awakening. And then his ultimate again, which seems to be the highlight of his kit. For each enemy taking damage from Obliterating Blast, increased attack by 5% for 15 seconds, stacking up to 5. So it goes up to 25% attack for 15 seconds after using his ultimate. This seems kind of lame for an A5. You have to pull 6 of this guy to get this for 25% attack increase for 15 seconds. It's okay. This looks alright. His awakenings seem pretty decent, but nothing too crazy. Tons of story. I'm not going to go over that. But more or less, highly recommend going for this guy. I will have like a video pretty soon about where I think you should summon, but for the most part, just this guy is one of the guys you want to get. And Cyrus and Uredin are the two highlights for this weekend, and some of these things I'll go over later. But anyways, that's about it for this. Hope you guys somewhat enjoyed. I know these types of videos are kind of boring, but I feel like I have to do them just in case some people are curious. Anyways, hope you all have a great night or day, whatever time it is, and ciao.